And yeah, yesterday I built out this and it works quite well. So we will just do that from scratch. I hope the time will be enough. This one is a bit like a personal assistant. It can send emails for you based on the contents that it gets from your CRM, let's say. So I built out a fake CRM contact list here in Airtable so that I don't like use real emails. I mean, these are real emails, but they are mine, so I can use them. And it can get context. It can create a record in Airtable so that you can, like, for example, create content also using this agent, and it can create a file on your Google, what is it called? Google Drive. So that is what I just thought about, like a small personal assistant, and just to show you how to build one. Okay, I moved something around, so I need to save. So let's do that from scratch, step by step. So like I said, when you create a workflow from scratch, you just click create workflow. What is also cool, I haven't tried that out. Apparently it's quite good. So built with AI, you can chat with it what you want, like an agent again. So there are more and more agents popping up inside of tools, not anymore like chatbots, but real agents that can really build with you. Haven't tried that out. I heard it's quite good. We won't do that today. So we will just do it step by step. What you can also do, you can, why do I have to save already? Okay, you can also upload, no, that's not it. That's sticky notes. No, I don't remember where it is. Import. So you can also, if you have a template from somewhere, I will start sharing templates definitely soon when I have something cool built out, like really that is, or I mean, I could share my agent already. So then you can share a blueprint and I can give it to you and you can upload it and you will have build it out already. What you then need to do is connect to your accounts, put in, like adjust it to your needs and everything. So that is also a cool thing to do. I did it actually with the agent. So the agent was built out from a template, but I changed a lot in there. It doesn't look like that anymore. So anyway, we will just do everything manually. So we will add let's say AI agent. Let's say, yeah, we can start with the agent, I think. Okay. Yeah, so it added this agent. And what it already does as well, which is also cool, it adds a chat, like it's a test chatbot, and that is very good because you don't have to worry about building out a Slack connection or I don't know, Telegram connection or whatever, WhatsApp connection in the beginning. First, you build out your whole agent and you chat with it here. And that's what we will do here. We won't set up this Slack connection. What you need to connect, yeah, let's enlarge it. So there are a few things that you need to connect, and you saw them also with my agent, a chat model. That's kind of the brain, a memory. So at least this simple memory that I had, and all the tools, of course, because that's why we want to have an agent, because it will use tools. So let's connect the chat model. And yeah, as you know, I like to use Anthropic. Now here, I won't go into how to connect an account. I have already my Anthropic account connected. If you do it from scratch, you will have to create new credentials. And that is sometimes a bit tricky to connect your tools to your different accounts. And the good thing is that there's usually quite good documentation. So if you click here in the docs, you can have really a lot of information. And what I do, so that I don't have to read it, I copy the link and I paste it into my James Bond, and I say, hey, analyze this documentation, and then walk me through connecting to, yeah, connecting to my Anthropic chat model or connecting my Anthropic account. So yes, that's the part I won't go through right now, but you have to build out the connection. So I think it chose the one, right? Anthropic account, Claude Sonnet for, let's do 4.5. We'll use the newest one. And then it needs, let's save, always save, so that you don't use it doesn't save automatically, unfortunately. Then we need a memory so that it just remembers when chatting, it remembers the last few chats. We will add a simple small memory connected. Yeah, so it will take the session ID from the connected chat trigger node. So that is the first node that we have with this for testing, the chat node. And it will remember the session ID. So within one session ID, it will remember the context. Context window length, I'll keep it at 5. It doesn't have to be much more. I mean, usually, like you saw, it's not good to give the agent a lot of tasks at once. So I think 5 times, and then usually I have already new context. So I will keep it simple like that. And then you connect the tools. That's safe. And I think we can already try out if this works by sending a message. Now we need it. So that's our chat. We should see how it uses it. Let's send a message like, hi, I'm Dorota. And see, it uses the brain. So it got the message, it uses the brain, and it also stores something in the memory. Hi, Dorota, nice to meet you. How can I help you today? And now let's try the memory out if it really remembers what is my name. Because if we didn't attach a memory, it would not remember your name in the second, like in the second chat. Your name's Dorota, as you introduced yourself at the beginning of our conversation. Hello. Okay, so the memory works. So this one works. We already know. That is good to know. And now we can hide the chat here. Okay, but okay, I hid it. Now we need to give it some tools.
Do you want to know more about how to build AI tools, AI agents, AI assistants, everything with AI? If you want to learn all of that in an amazing community and while having great fun, join us at school. We have a great community there and it's only $9 currently.
So for example, what I would like it to do is what we said we would build out a simple assistant that can write emails for you, right? So we need to connect. I'll connect Gmail. You choose tool at the right. Okay, I didn't like tell you what I'm doing. And immediately it opens this note that you just built. You maybe noticed that already, and you can immediately like configure it. And if you don't know how, you can read the docs. That's mostly for the connection, I think. But you can also just ask James Bond. Ask him. He should know to read the newest documentation because all these notes they change also all the time, and give you some advice like paste a screenshot and give me advice how to fill it in, tell it what you want to build, and then it should help you. But here, let's see what we have to do. Gmail account. Oh, which one was I supposed to use? I think this one I wanted to use this is my private one. Okay. For this presentation. And tool description. Yes, so the tool description is quite important. It now has this weird thing that it can set it automatically, and it did. Probably based on, I don't know what yet. What is in here filled in? So message sent operation, and it says send a message in Gmail. I think I will just make it shorter because the description is important for the agent. It will check which tools it has, and then it will check the description of the tool. So I will just call it send email. So it will know to use this node in order to send email. Message, yeah, so resource message, yes, send is the operation, that's fine. And now to. Well, I don't know yet, but it will depend. So this is this variable, right? Because we don't know where I will want to send a message to each time. So you can click this. This is also, at least for me, new. I discovered it recently. Let the model decide which parameter. So you can click that, and then it will be defined by the model. So the model, meaning your agent, will define where to send the email to based on its information. So probably what you tell it to do. And the subject we want to also define automatically by the model. HTML is fine. And the message also, I'll click let the model decide. And for now, I don't know if I have to add options. So I'll just go ahead and save this. And now the problem is, I'll show you what the problem is. So I have this, let's say I have the contacts here. It doesn't have the contacts yet, right? It's not connected. It has also only access to my Gmail where it can do a lot. But let's say I want to send a message to, Doris. I wanted to do it here so that I cleared my inbox here. It's an inbox I don't use much, but yeah, the email should show up here. So, where's my agent? Where are you? Here. So let's chat with the agent and let's say, we can start a new chat. I think reset chat session because it's now completely new task, new content, new context. Send a message. send an email so that it maybe immediately knows. Send an email to Doris, right? And I know that Doris is also in my Gmail contacts. So it should, in theory, it should know. But look, it didn't use the send email. It thought it used the memory, but it didn't use the send email node. And the answer why it didn't is I'd be happy to help you send email to Doris. However, I need a few more details. The email address. And yeah, what about? Okay, yeah, I didn't specify what the email is about. So it actually does not have access to your contacts when you connect the Gmail tool. And first I thought that's weird, but then I thought, okay, maybe that's good. So you decide which people the agent can send emails to, for example. So the next thing we want to connect so that it actually knows how to send an email to Doris. Ah, we're running out of time, but it's fine for now. Tool. Okay. So we're adding a tool. And we need, yeah, we will do that. We will connect this Airtable that will act as my CRM, let's say. So we can actually have your client list in Airtable. But here, of course, I created a small fake one. So it will only have to decide whether to send it to Dorota, Hello Palomas Academy, or to Doris at Doris Ring, like 777. So that is the only decision that it will have to make. Let's see. Again, I lost my agent. Okay. And now I want to not really get a record. I will adjust that in a bit. Or maybe get record. No, I think it's search record. If you don't know, of course, again, talk it out with James Bond, what you want to do. Resource record, but I think it would be search base. So I have to connect my base. It's this contacts base. I have to choose the right base from Airtable and the right table. And there's only one. That's my CRM with two positions in it. Return all, yes, because I wanted to search all so that it can decide which one to choose. So that looks good. I think I'll save that for now. And let's see if he, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. Search records in Airtable. Yeah, and we'll try that out now. So now I'll try. We can even, no. No, let's start a new chat. So I would say send an email to Doris asking whether she has time for a call tomorrow afternoon. Call with me, myself, and my robots. And let's see what happens. If it will now check. See, it didn't work. I'd be happy to send that email. I need an email address. It still feels like it doesn't have the email address. So now is the point where you think, okay, the agent does not really know where to look for it because you didn't tell it and it's maybe not that obvious, for example, from this name, right? So I think it would like to send the email and it would use this email because it's very clear, send email. But this tool, Search Records in Airtable, is not very named very clearly. So I would change the name. Let's say get email address, right? That could already work. Let's try that. Again. Oh, let's, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I could have copied it. Send an email to Doris asking whether she can have a call with me tomorrow. And let's see if it will be intelligent enough. Come on. Yes. It used the get email address. And now let's see if it sends the email. It's thinking again. Look, it sent an email. And now it's thinking again and answering. Perfect. I sent the email to Doris at Doris Ring and it got the right email. Now let's check my emails. I have an email from myself. Call tomorrow. So it chose a kind of a topic, right? A subject line. Hi, Doris. I hope this email finds you well. I wanted to reach out to see if you have time for a call with me tomorrow. Let me know. So it wrote out a whole message from what this little information that I gave it. And then the cool thing is it also tells you, okay, this email was sent automatically with N8N, which is very good according to our European laws, that you are informed that you are actually chatting or communicating with a robot, which is nice. Yeah, so I think this is amazing. What you also want to do is when you keep adding tools, and you saw how important the naming is, it's good to add some system instructions here. So we didn't do anything here, right? It just used the brain and it figured out which tools to use according to the names. But usually you would have here a lot of like a system message. But let me check out source for prompt. Define below. Okay. So the prompt, source of prompt was only the chat. So it had only this few information that I gave it, plus the tools and the names of the tools. And I think it worked really amazing. But if you choose here, define below, then you can have a system prompt here so that you can describe, when I ask for this, please use this tool. When I ask for this. And I now learned, actually yesterday, that it's cool to start with a empty system prompt in the agent itself and add whenever it's needed. So whenever you see, oh, okay, it's not enough anymore to name the nodes, the tools, I also should add some instructions so that you don't write huge instructions if you don't need them. Because for that, what the agent did here, we saw you don't even need agent instructions. And I think that's a good way to keep them simple. Okay, since we're out of time, we only have 10 minutes and I want to answer your questions. I won't build it out more. I had also planned like that it creates a Google Doc with, for example, an idea for a post or an idea for the business, and then it sends an email using this idea and asking Doris to like review this idea. So, like a bit of like, sounds like a real business situation that you might have. Anyway, I'll save the agent. Now I have two of them, but it's fine. And yeah, so that is a bit of course, that's only a start. You then have to connect your chatbot that you want to use. And you have to go live. That's also like go to production. That's also a bit tricky. And it's also good to add, if it's, for example, Slack, you have to add a filter here so that it does not react to its own messages. That's what I learned the hard way, that if I didn't add that here. But these are like things that you learn from James Bond. You learn it from, I was stuck there in a loop. You learn that from James Bond. You learn that from other like from forums and people. I have this community, this school community where I'm in with Stephen G. Pope, and they help you with a lot of questions. Sometimes it happens that I figure something out on my own actually now already, because while talking to James Bond, while setting up these notes, you learn more and more, especially if you keep asking. For example, if James Bond lets you just paste in some code into one of the notes, you can ask why. What does it do? What does it mean? If you have the time and the patience. And then you can also learn from that. James Bond is very intelligent now with the GPT-5 model. Okay. In MS Outlook, a possibility to connect this MS Outlook? I would think so. Good question. Thank you, Edward. I don't know. Let's try Outlook. Yeah, Microsoft Outlook tool. So yes, you can definitely connect Outlook. Yeah. Okay. So that's it.